Hi guys, welcome to another episode of the Girlspell podcast. Yeah, it's us again. Thank you for staying tuned. We
Yeah.
appreciate you so much. You
Mhm.
mean a lot to us.
Yeah.
The subscribers when you mshafinya your subscribe button, you're doing great. Nyinyi
Yes.
ndio mnatuweka hapa.
Mhm.
Like every time we record we're just like kuna watu kama 100 wanatungoja mahali na episode na tutajaribu tututume. So we really appreciate you so much. And as usual, today we have another exciting episode.
Mhm.
It's a bit poking to us, but yeah, that's the whole point.
Yeah.
Let's converse about ourselves. Let's share what we have, what we think we know. Also,
Mhm.
you guys let us know what you know.
Mhm.
And as always, follow us on all social media platforms:
Mhm.
Girls Spell Podcast,
Mhm.
TikTok, Instagram,
Mhm.
at Call Me Crescentia as usual, and
Yeah.
then at Laura dot
Dot
Jail.
Gile.
Let me
Yeah.
nikisahau hiyo dot ni hivyo mnafollow mtu mwingine.
Mhm.
So at Laura dot Jail on all social media platforms. So
Yes.
here we are today
Mhm.
with an exciting topic. It's more of about a reflective topic to
Yeah.
ourselves,
Yeah.
literally a very reflective one. We had some few conversations about it, and then we're like, we should record this,
We
we
Yeah.
should share this.
Mhm.
And here we are. So today we are going to ask ourselves on a topic about being a problem. The actual question is, are you toxic or are you just being a problem?
Yeah.
So we need to draw a clear line between the two.
Yes.
But before we delve in,
Mhm.
what's your high and low of this week?
Well, I feel like this has been a very busy week for me, and today I feel so composed. Um, this has been a very busy week for me in
Mhm.
terms of work. I've been handling so much projects. So it's like since Monday, I've been on my computer like trying to chase deadlines and everything. So I don't know whether to categorize that under high or low, but I just feel like it's been a very busy week for me. And one thing about me, I love being busy.
Yeah,
So when I'm
sure.
busy, I feel like I'm productive. That's a topic we need to discuss someday, because really you may just be busy,
And you're
doing
not
anything crazy, and you're just
exactly
not
not
really productive at all. So
Mhm.
sometimes when I finish tasks and I'm doing something that is meaningful, probably bringing back to my pocket financially, I feel so productive, and I feel like I'm making, a step ahead of my life journey. So that's the high. I love how this week went. I don't really think I had a low of the week. I was just so tired. Like yesterday, I just slept like it was unlike me, but yeah, that
Your
was
body
how
needed it,
my
bet
body
me.
really, really needed it. Oh, I didn't play football this week, so
Oh
maybe,
no.
maybe that was a low. I
Aloy.
don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. That's nice. Me as a girly who's just from vacation, I have all the
Yeah.
energy. All the energy.
Yes. By the way, tell us.
So yeah, vacation was great. I really, really needed it.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God to a man somewhere. I thank God. So yeah, I got to have some cool chilled time.
Mm-hmm.
It was short guys. Nani alisema siku nne zinaweza enda tu. I wanted to rest, but yeah, I got what I needed. I really
Mm-hmm.
needed it, and got back feeling energized. Got
Mm-hmm.
back to work, all ready, all set.
Mm-hmm.
So that's been my high of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Love the week this week, I will say I don't have any because my family is doing great, my siblings are doing
Wow.
great, work
Mm-hmm.
is okay now.
Yeah.
So yeah, generally I've had a good week. Yeah.
That's perfect. That's nice.
Yay. But so, Sasa,
Mm-hmm.
let's start
What's
by
bringing us
reflecting
here? But I love your
ourselves.
jewelry. The gold looks really awesome on you,
Shout out
and then it
to
just goes so
my
well with your color.
oh, for real.
Yeah, what are we shouting out to?
My Gen Z sisters.
Oh,
They were just like, excuse you,
mm-hmm.
unatoka nje hii nyumba ukikaa hivyo. I was like, Kaya, do whatever you
Do
want.
whatever you want with
So they
me.
did this, they
Hey, you
gave me
look so nice.
bangles, obviously my wristwatch as
I
usual.
actually think the camera is doing it so much injustice.
Injustice.
It's better off
And then this
than
was a gift from the one and only.
yeah.
So
I'm
I
also
thank God.
dressed by yeah.
Really? But yeah, so
Yeah.
it really feels good just
Mhm.
being taken care of at times. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's just been it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we can get into it.
Yeah, so let's get straight into what we are talking about today. And okay, you go.
So I think I'll take the first thing
Mhm.
by asking ourselves
Yeah.
what is toxicity and what is being the problem.
Yeah.
One characteristic of something that is toxic, according to me, is
Yes.
something or someone that is manipulative and causing harm.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say that is toxic.
Do you think the person is toxic or their behavior is toxic?
It can be either way because I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, you won't have a behavior if you have
The
not
behavior is
allowed
what
it.
makes you you.
Exactly.
Okay.
So
Uh-huh.
I feel it starts from you. You can't be an abuser, which
Yes.
is toxic,
Mm-hmm.
if we will accept the abusiveness to be part of you.
Wow.
That is how I'm looking at it.
Yeah. One thing I have to start with is to acknowledge our generation. Hey, Mimi, this generation is just the best. Like the way you just wake up today and things are labeled. Like to be
Vibaya
honest,
sana.
like now we have things that are called toxic. We have behaviors that are labeled as toxic. We have character, people, and everything. So me, I'm just like, first of all, this generation is so woke. And I love
Very.
that because we don't come to play. So if there are things that we notice, they may be in us or in people, we just call them out.
Yeah.
So that's why today we are so interested to talk about the idea of is you are you actually toxic, or is it like are you toxic or you are the problem?
So that's
Are
the
they
thing.
toxic or
Or
you are
at
the
the problem.
problem? Something. Are they? Is it like
No, it's upon you now. It's
yeah?
you.
What
Are you
toxic?
toxic or are you the problem?
Eh,
Yeah.
fine. So
So at the end of the day,
uh-huh.
the question is already back to the audience. Like, ask yourself, you
Mm-hmm.
watching, have you been toxic or have
Mm-hmm.
you just been the problem? Because as I was defining,
Mm-hmm.
now being the problem is being a poor communicator, being a
Yeah.
poor listener,
Okay.
not being consistent. That is not a toxicity,
Mm-hmm.
because literally you're not harming someone, like causing damage,
Mm-hmm.
but you're causing an issue,
Mm.
miscommunication, uh, an alignment.
Mm-hmm.
We agreed on this, but you decided to go otherwise. That
Okay.
is being a problem that can
Okay.
be solved out. Yeah.
I can't deny that I'm not toxic. It's general. You can be toxic to somebody you love, a friend, a family, and okay, well, I can't deny the fact that I am. There are certain behaviors that I've portrayed recently that have turned out to actually be toxic, and maybe I can just say number one is maybe not communicating my feelings sometimes because I'm like, well, okay, they hurt me. Fine, okay, let them go to hell, and then I just continue with my life. So maybe the other person lives on with their life not knowing, okay, why is Chris like showing me maybe attitude or silent treatment. I think that's toxic of me. Maybe not communicating my feelings, but I actually feel like I really when I think about toxicity, sometimes for me is like what I receive, like what somebody
Ah.
does to me. I've never really sat down to actually evaluate if I also like cause the same, like I also do the same to somebody until recently when I had like so many things happening and I just had to take a step back and ask myself, okay, and where have you contributed
Yeah.
to
What
the
was your
whole thing?
contribution
What
in
was your
this?
contribution? And actually realize that there were also certain instances that I showed signs of toxicity, you know.
Whoa.
So for me,
Mm-hmm.
Kwanzaa definition of toxicity is something that is extreme.
Exactly.
It is extreme. It's a behavior that is extreme negatively. It's
Mm-hmm.
in some way affecting your mental health, affecting your relationship with people, not necessarily somebody that you love. Okay,
Literally, people
and
even
it is
just
something
around
that is
you.
sorry that is hurting you. It hurts
Hurting
you. It
others.
may also go to an extent of making you probably lose your self-esteem
Yeah. Yeah.
feel oppressed in terms of like don't feel seen and everything. Somebody can just decide to be toxic. Like a toxic boss may make you not to really believe in yourself
And
anymore,
not be productive
not
at
to be
work.
productive at work
Yeah.
and everything. So each and every time you want to do something, you remember like somebody is either going to confront you, talk so badly about your competence, and call you names. And so
Whoa.
for me, toxicity goes to the extreme of actually affecting your well-being.
Thank you. Harmful and damaging. So
Harmful
I
and
hope guys
damaging.
now you see
Yes.
the difference. There's a
Mm,
thin line though. It's a very thin line
yeah.
because it starts from being emotionally
Yes.
unavailable,
Mm-hmm.
poor communication or lack of communication.
Yes.
Then with time it escalates to
Mm-hmm.
you're starting to damage others,
Yes.
damaging yourself,
Mm-hmm.
just being harmful, manipulative. So
Yeah.
there's a very thin line, but
Mm-hmm.
there's a difference for sure.
Yeah. But how many times do we walk around and say, I left that relationship it maybe I left that friendship, I left that relationship. Mtu akikuuliza like
Sorry.
why, it was toxic.
Toxic.
And then like if you could just sit down and actually talk about how toxic that thing was, sometimes you may have really contributed so much to that toxicity.
Sure.
And most of the time we normally blame people who we think are toxic to us. And I'm asking myself, where were you in the whole picture?
The
But
whole
that does
question
not,
is, what was your
what was your
contribution?
contribution?
Mhm.
And we at some point talk about healing and acknowledging
Yeah, and
healing from toxicity, and actually acknowledging that it is at this point that I was toxic. So Ebu, just break it down. Ebu, get to the list and break it down so that we
girl.
now find
I
yeah.
am. So the first thing will be, what are some of the signs that are showing you're a problem but
Yeah.
not toxic? Because
Yeah.
we've agreed
Oh,
there's a thin line.
yes.
There's a thin line between that.
Mhm.
And then now let's delve into
Mhm.
relationship wise.
Mhm.
Let me start with, we'll decide either romantic relationship, friendships, because there's a difference of how you
Mhm.
relay yourself
Mhm.
on a romantic relationship,
Yeah.
with your friendship,
Uh-huh.
work,
Yes.
just general career goals and stuff.
Mhm.
And then now we'll get to the bit of
Mhm.
accountability after
Okay.
seeing the signs, after acknowledging this is how I've been showing this in my social circles, in my friendship, in my
Mhm.
relationship.
Mhm.
Now, what has been my contribution will be our last section on this segment,
Okay.
just to acknowledge,
Mhm.
yeah, guys, for sure I contributed in the breakdown of this relationship, in the
Yeah.
breakdown of this friendship, in
Yeah.
the poor work environment we have
Mhm.
I have contributed to that, and
Yeah.
getting to acknowledge that is quite a thing. And
Mhm.
we get to share an example of what we think we had. For sure we've had toxic stuff ourselves, so
Mhm.
just acknowledging that was toxic, this is where I'm at with it, what progress am I making, and that's it.
So
So
the
let's
first
start
one,
with, what are your literal signs of you being the problem?
mine.
Yeah, your.
Number one, um,
Let me go first, guys. I
okay.
swear, Kitambo, I was so defensive. Like, you won't tell me, share. That for sure. I was like, let me say, Bent is like, oh, Laura, we're supposed to meet at 10 a.m. Oh shit, sorry, I got something hung up. No, it's not me. We agreed at 11. Yeah, that was my first response. Not just being like a whole plan
Mhm.
has been disrupted
Mhm.
because I could not accept that I got late. I
Mhm.
find an excuse to be like, no, I'm not the one who's late. You guys are the one who had wrong. We agreed another time, and I'm wrong for sure.
Hey, I'm also a victim of defense. Mimi, hey, defense. Mimi, are not even in the context of like you guys are the one who are wrong. Mimi, the moment something happens, you are the problem.
Yeah,
You
no,
are
me,
the problem, not
me,
me.
can
I
never
am
be.
the one who's right, righteous, like good in the eyes of the Lord and eyes of men. Like I'm okay. You are the one who must be bringing problems in my life. I'm so perfect. Like you are the one who's bringing. I was so defensive. Oh my God. Like after something happened and they're about, no, 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 don't tell me anything. I didn't do. It's not me. I didn't do. I didn't
But
say that. I didn't mean that. That's not what we agreed on. Yani, I'm like,
do you think it is something that we picked up from our upbringing, or
maybe
just
me
our
definitely because I used to be accused of things I've not done to a point where I could be punished for it. Like I could be
makes
punished for it.
sense?
Yani somebody who would go ahead of me mbele yangu aseme anishtaki na
Yeah,
mi
na
sikufanya, so they'd
ujafanya.
come and punish me, seriously punish me, and I didn't do that thing.
Oh
So it
shit,
made
that's
me
messed
build that
up.
nini, or that wall of not that character of being defensive. Like
Yeah,
immediately something before,
see Mimi,
like I do it,
see
I
Mimi.
say I defend myself so that it doesn't go there first. Like before it goes ahead of me, it
Wewe
goes
ulishaenda
before me.
ukajisema,
Mi
ukasema
nilishaenda
si Mimi. So what,
nichajisema.
whatever the other person is coming to say, not me.
Exactly. So I grew up with that character, and over time, I realized that I was really so defensive. Like if anything happened, and even in my relationship, and very honestly, I always feel like friendship don't really see the side of me as love as romantic relationships see, because in relationship I'm always so real because it's 24 hours. Friendship,
I can give you a six
I
hours of
can
my
give you
time,
6 hours
then
of
we are
my
out.
time, then we are out. Relationship is like 24 hours,
We are here.
24/7 daily. I'm always so deep with the relationships, and it opens up the ugly and the beautiful sides of me, and I just see it clearly. Hey, I think it's when you like you really didn't need to defend yourself. Usharuka. Say
Say
baby.
baby.
That's ni wewe ndio umenichokoza. Yes, I was so defensive.
uh,
And but that was toxic
Yeah, that was
for me.
toxic for
I can't
sure.
label it as at it was at a bad a
Problem.
problem. That was toxic.
Toxicity.
That was toxicity. Exactly.
Ah,
Yeah.
so when we were conversing before we started recording,
Yes.
I got to a point of reading that
Mm-hmm.
being too available or too unavailable
Yeah.
is a problem. Do you think so?
I think it's a problem. I realize it's a problem because of how it makes you feel when you put expectations on being
It.
available.
Oh God.
Mimi, it's a problem because I was too available, Kitambo.
Sure.
I was too available for everyone. It doesn't mean the relationship I have with them. Even a random stranger that I just met and they had a problem, I just want to be available for you. You know, you'd call me in the middle of my activities, I leave my activities and be there for you. My relationship, I could carry it like a baby. Like it's like I'm
Walking on
the
the
engine
eggshells.
behind that
Na, okay.
relationship. Anything happens, relationship
Niko
breaks.
hapo.
So Nico, I was always available. So the consequences of me being available is that I had initially put so much expectations from all these things that I was being available for.
Sure.
But at the back of my mind, because I'm being available for
For
this and for you, I expect that if I have any tiny thing,
Y'all show up.
unakimbia mguu
Show
inakatika,
up.
like you are showing up, like you're running to me to come and solve my shit, like you're running to me literally. And then now it was not happening that way. So it started affecting me, like my well-being, because I was like, what do you mean I am so available for you guys or for this, and when it's my turn, nobody's running to me in a rush like I ran to you guys, you understand? So it's a problem.
Now you know. You've
I've
been asking yourself
yeah
that question. Now you know. For sure, I agree it's a
yeah
problem. She's taken being too available a problem, and I'm saying too unavailable is also an issue. Excuse you, why are you not showing up for those people who always show up for you? Not at the bar of an expectation, but what did it do? Like reciprocation is
yes
sort of expected because we are human beings.
yeah
I'm happy to show up for you, but the moment we will get to anywhere at anyone's point of need, question mark. Are you in this? Are you in that
exactly
friendship? Are you in that relationship? Are you in that
yeah
work together thing? Are
yeah
you? Ask yourself that. So being too unavailable
Mhm.
is also a problem for sure.
Though for me,
Because
I've never been too unavailable
yeah, not
for
her.
for
Not her.
someone. Me, I think I'm always nowadays.
Always
I kind of like
gauge.
measure
Yeah.
measure the intensity of my availability.
Okay,
Like
I agree.
in what capacity should I be available for you? But I have to be available for you. I'll try my best, but I just try and control. But I have to be there. Yeah.
I have one last problem, though not from my
Mhm.
point of view. I
Mhm.
believe it's from the point. From my point of view
Mhm.
with the people I've interacted with before.
Mhm.
I feel like this is a big problem, but you
Mhm.
guys can tell me what you think. You can
Mhm.
tell me what you think.
Mhm.
People who avoid confrontation. That's
Eh,
a problem. Girl,
that's toxicity.
boy, a problem
For
to me.
me, it's a toxicity. It's a toxicity because do you know the amount of emotional breakdown you're putting to the other person who is just yani, this is big.
Big
Kwanza, let me
problem.
get down into it. You know how?
She's mad.
Hey, I'm mad. Like people
Yeah.
avoid confrontation. Like they're so dismissive. It's like their life is continuing and they know very well they have unfinished business with somebody that they need to handle. And then that person looks so too stupid, too available. It's like any they're the ones who's trying any, you know the way you hurt me or you do something. Or you just need to be accountable for something that you do, and then you don't do that. So I'm the one who's hey, me, I've said sorry for someone who hurt me. Sorry for
hurting me.
sorry hey,
Sorry for
sorry
me
for me
reacting
reacting
to
too much
you
for you
hurting
hurting
me.
me.
Yo, no, guys.
Like
That's
someone
so
who
bad.
just don't face, the issue. They avoid confrontation. Mimi, whatever you label it, avoidant attachment style, I don't care. That is so toxic. It is toxic. I don't think I've ever been that person who avoids confrontation, but I think me, I'm the one who've experienced. I've been a victim. Yeah, I'm always like, hit me with it. Tell me what did I do wrong, or I'll just come by there. I notice like your mood is low, and I know I contributed to this. I'm sorry or something. So, or yeah.
Okay, so on to the next thing. Give We can give an example if you're comfortable of
Mm-hmm.
how this being a problem
Mhm.
has showed up differently in
Mhm.
your relationship, in
Yeah.
your friendship, in your work
Mm.
relationship is also relationship, guys.
Yeah.
So how this has showed up, and
Mm.
possibly how you got to handle it, because we are humans at the end of the day.
Sure.
You're 100% all right.
Mm.
That will get to show up once in a while. How
Yeah.
do you get to handle it?
First of all, I didn't know being defensive hurts until someone was defensive to me. Yeah?
Yeah, I
Like
get.
until I found someone who was, I met someone who was defensive. You know, Ilenya, you're trying to tell somebody how you feel about probably what they did, and they're already defending themselves.
Acknowledging and actually getting to validate your feelings and not just being justifying themselves. That's the whole point. So yeah, that's how that has been showing up with our relationships at large, being romantic, family, friendship.
Yeah.
Meaning hata si tuko na problems for sure, but we are intentionally working on them, or I am intentionally working on them personally, speaking for myself. And now we get to see how am I working on it, how can we get better at having reducing the impact these problems get to have on our relationship. And it's all starting from accountability. Someone said accountability ain't being shameful, it's actually very empowering and bringing a lot of confidence and self-esteem. So don't be ashamed to be what do you call this, to be accountable. Acknowledge someone else's feelings or hurt. Do not justify yourself. That's not the first response you want to give someone who you've hurt. Just get to acknowledge that whatever you did hurt them, and you're looking to make it better.
And also say your intentions. Like if you're honest, if you're sure that your intentions was not to hurt them, make them know that you really did it out of you really didn't intend to hurt them.
Well, so growing past this, we've agreed acknowledging, not justifying yourself.
Yes.
And second thing, the issue of lack of communication. Excuses, guys, in this time and generation. Don't avoid conversations, don't avoid confrontation. By the confrontation, see kupigana, it's just conversing. You get. I feel like a lot of people see it as being critiqued, you did this and did this and did this, but that's how you learn.
And it's actually healthy, because when someone can point a finger at you and tell you what you did wrong, then at least it's healthy, because it helps you to know the areas in life where you need to improve on. And
at the same time, don't just sit there and see people not critiquing you and never asking. The other day you asked me, like, do you think I've stepped on your feet? Did this hurt you? Also ask people for feedback. Some of us don't know how to literally relay that and poke you that you hurt me here. Ask us how you felt with that situation. Not always though, because also the other person is accountable for their, they need to relay that, but often not. Ask for feedback, ask what the other person feels, ask how what you did made them feel, relay how you felt. Maybe it will be easier for them now to relay how they felt too.
Or sometimes it doesn't have to be how, maybe they didn't feel something, but maybe you just want to analyze how you communicate, if it's a good way to communicate. You can just ask them, what do you think about maybe how I handled this situation? You know, ni kama to doing a health check after, ni kama just doing a checkup on yourself, on your relationship, on your friendship. Do you feel like where we are is a healthy place? What do you think I need to improve on? Is it in my communication? And when you ask, you also need to be ready to listen to what they are saying and take it. Don't again defend yourself. Like, you know, when you ask, you have to take a step back and just listen. But I was wondering, like, how do you communicate? What do you do when you find yourself in a situation where you've communicated this for a very long time and they still don't seem to learn?
That's where boundaries come in.
You know, you can be in a space. You know, you now where you are, you are more mature. You've dealt with life. Like, you've been in such scenarios. Now you are woke. You are aware. But there are people who are not really woke at all. They still don't understand your concept. Do you know there's still someone who still struggles with talking, with just conversing? They don't know how to converse. Literally. Them, they'll just throw words there and just communicate how you can open your mouth and talk, but they've not really come to terms with what healthy communication means, or even just communication. So what do you do in a scenario where I'm still trying to tell you. I've even gone a step back and told you, hey, I don't feel like our relationship is healthy because maybe the way we communicate is not good. I really desire that when I tell you how I feel, you take a step back and just listen to me without defending or without wanting to advise, to talk, to blame, to everything. And then like they keep on doing it again and again and again. Of course there's that grace where you give somebody, like, of course they had and they're still working on it, they are learning. But there's this thing that goes like, you guys, your relationship, like every time you have to argue about communication, like once, twice, thrice, 4 times, 20 times, and it's now not healthy to you. Is that where you take a step back and say, you know what, go deal with your people?
I think that was literally what I was going to say. Like, it's
Go
been
find your
real
clan.
for sure. It's been real. If I'm meant to be in your clan the next 2 years,
just go find
we'll
your
meet.
clan.
But for now, for sure, we are
No,
not just
we are
aligning. You're draining me, and
Yes.
me always repeating this to you is draining.
Yeah.
And also maybe from your end,
Mm-hmm.
you always listening to what I'm saying. Maybe
Yeah.
you're making you really
Yes.
but
Yes.
really I add up.
Because you know what,
It's just
Laura,
like
so many
better
people
ways.
get to a point where they give up. Now they don't talk at all. Like when they see you doing something, they just continue their lives. Do you know
But
what
I
that
won't allow you.
Do you know what that
you
hurts?
continuing doing
Yeah.
whatever you want to do that I have
Yeah.
tried relaying that I don't like damage
Yeah.
me.
Yes.
It's just I bet me
Mhm.
I truly believe it's just safe
Yeah.
to let go.
It
Peacefully
brings
too.
so much hurt to somebody
Yeah.
because you live for a very long time with that hurt. Yeah, so we can continue. Yeah.
Yo. So, in summary, I believe Chris has talked the better part of the remaining points, which is doing inner work. Self-reflect.
Yeah.
Work on yourself first before you go and start critiquing other people.
Yeah.
Like, sit down, ask yourself, by the way, I did this.
Mm.
If someone did this to me, how would I feel?
feel?
How would I react?
Mhm.
Just zingine unakaa chini unaona like she overreacted, but kaa chini ujiulize wewe ungefanywa hivyo, how would you react?
Yeah.
So ask yourself that, and also let's try to come to an understanding that the problem I have today may it be poor communication, may it be lack of avoiding confrontations. As long as it's something we're working on, bet me it won't be a problem forever.
Also think about if it's just a problem or it has gone worse to become a toxic trait.
Very important.
Because that means that if it's toxic, the other person is really hurting
and getting
mentally,
damaged.
and getting damaged, and it may break your relationship or your friendship.
Yeah, so that's been it.
No.
No, not the last thing.
Oh, sorry.
Almost the last thing, but
Yeah.
not the last thing. We are going to give one literal thing with an example of something that is work in progress, which was a problem. Literally, just one example,
Yeah.
which was a problem.
Yeah.
You're still working on it, trying your best to work on it, and how is it so far?
Still working on defensive side of me, but now a work in progress is learning. Now I'm really learning to know that at this point I have communicated enough for me to look for my clan. For the other person to look
Literally,
for their
she's
clan.
just saying boundaries.
I'm
Like,
learning to create
tumefika hapa.
boundaries. Like, hey, just know that next time you say that, usiniulize mbona, like I left, I kept quiet, or I did this. Just know that I'm done. And I'm also giving myself. I'm also like if someone I'm really awake. If someone communicates something to me, I take it serious immediately and I start working on it. I'm like, they're allowed to give up on me if they communicate to me again and again and again.
And it's
still,
not.
Yeah.
Niambie to outright.
Yeah.
Like, Laura,
Yeah.
this is not it. It's not
Yeah,
for
they're
me.
allowed.
And I'm
Yeah.
stepping,
So
which is
I'm
okay.
really learning to create boundaries that it will help me, because I know how much I hurt when I repeat things and they're not done the way I wish them to be done.
I believe now my key takeaway work in progress type of thing is communication wise. They've told me severally it's work in progress for sure. It's taking a toll on me.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, the first thing that, when I asked someone how would you rate my communication skills, and then they gave me a 6 or a 7, I was like, ouch, what do you mean you giving me a 6 in communication?
Yeah.
I think I communicate, I think I relay.
Yeah.
That was my first response to the feedback I asked and got. Like the minute I posed the question, I was like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Girl, I legit sat myself down and I was like, for sure they're giving honest feedback.
Yes.
And if this is someone very close to me and they think this is the rating they will give me, then I'm damaging a lot of people out here.
Yeah.
So I sat down, did a reflection on myself, and now decided I need to work better with my communication. I believe so far I'm improving, not where I want to be, because it's a lot of adjustments, bedding, compromise, but that's what we have to do at times, so that we're not damaging the relationships we have, which I don't want to lose. So I'm trying my level best to better my communication. Confrontation, I don't fear confrontation, so I wouldn't say that. I would just say communication will be my biggest work in progress right now. And aside from that, I agree with Chris. Guys, by the for real, if it's not working, I know how it feels. Just repeating. If I haven't come to peace with that repeating and it not working out, then let's just relay and call it quits. It's not giving up, it's just choosing peace. And at times it comes with a bit of heart, because it's letting go a relationship that you really invested in, you really loved working on, but now things are not aligning, so we sort of have to give each other their ways.
I think me quitting for me doesn't mean I'm really giving up on you, but I'm giving up on your behavior.
Exactly. Not you as a person. I'm
not cutting you off. I'm not I'm not stopping to communicate or talk to you. I'm just know that this is just a moment of getting you out of the zone of emotional connection, so that I don't hurt. So I categorize you under just anyone I know. Meaning I can be there for you sometimes if need be, and so that I don't really commit myself emotionally with our relationship or our friendship. So in case you know people still do you wrong, but kuna venye categorize the people who do you wrong but they don't hurt you. You don't feel nothing.
Life continues.
Just like, you know what, you don't even matter. So
exactly.
Go to hell. So
that's been our key takeaway. Key takeaway and work in progress. Just to ask you also, hapo maliuko, just sit down and reflect on yourself. What are some of the problems you've brought to your relationships, the impact it has had, what you're willing to do to make the situation better, and even just ask yourself, when was the last time someone said you had them and you said you're sorry and validated their feelings? When darling, when? Ask yourself that question, because it's so important. If out of 10 you've acknowledged at least 8, because it means you are literally listening from a point of not defending yourself, but actively listening to the other person who is relaying.
But I also think one of the things that I'm also learning that I left out is I'm still learning to know my triggers.
But it is important to know. I'm still learning to know my triggers, so that I categorize. I know, when I know my triggers, and I give a response. One column triggers, another column response. So I know if this comes, this is how I handle it. If this comes, this is how I handle it. If maybe I speak fast and this comes, triggers me, I'll keep quiet a bit, breathe in and out, and then try and be in their shoes first. Know where I am in the whole problem. So I'm learning my triggers. In short, I just want to be 5 years old without this knowing at tough conversations, anxiety. Excuse me, I just want to be 5 years, because what is adulting, Joe? But just have, if you know your triggers, it's better. I think for now I confidently can say I know when I'm triggered. I know how to handle myself when I'm triggered, or conversations that are happening in an environment that I already feel triggered in. So that one personally, I think I'm good with it. I know where I stand. And one last thing for me, I think one of the toughest situations is how you get to show up during tough conversations. There's someone who said that conversation, but there are tough conversations that you need to sit down and listen, and they are hurting and they are painful, but you have to sit your ass down and listen. So how to show up in that, I will say, be positive. Usitake it negatively. Don't overthink it. I'm just telling you stepped on my foot and it hurt. Take that as in, don't take it past, you stepped on my foot and it hurt me. Just say, sorry, I hurt your foot. I didn't intentionally mean to do that, and possibly I won't do it again. Any other?
But also, if Hey, there's something I want to say and I don't want it.
Yeah, it's okay.
There's this period of time before you actually sit down and talk about things, and when you actually now talk about things. How does this season affect you? Maybe let's give it a timeline of 1 week. Like, imagine you and your partner, like, you've not solved something for 1 week, and answer that with what do you think is the best timeline? How fast or how slow should things be solved in friendship, in relationships? Because you do know, like, time and space can also spoil relationships, because now you start learning to live with the heart and to live with the moment, to a point where now when they're ready maybe to talk about it, you're no longer interested, and you think you've healed from it, and it's gone until one day it's triggered. And now that's why women start, like, in 1987 on 6th May at night, 10 p.m. You did this.
You broke my nail.
Because we talk about these things every day. They are not handled maybe the way we want them to be handled, and then we put them under the bed, and then after, men think that, oh, see, we talked about it in Misha. After 3 days, after 1 week, do you want to last week? I'm a victim of that, but
yeah, my timeline for having serious conversations, I don't know how to keep stuff, by the way. Literally, I don't. I feel like the moment I keep stuff, they affect everything I do. They affect my work, they affect how I'm relating with the other people around me. And my heart gets to be very heavy, and I dislike that because it comes with crying. I cry, and I dislike when I cry about something I could have just talked.
Yeah.
But I also know my first response to some conversations that I'm like, I thought this is sorted, is usually very rude and very not intentionally being in the conversation and listening. I take a pause. So when this I didn't like this, I'm like,
do you turn your tone to professional during that period?
Okay, yeah, I do because I'm like, when I'm mad, automatically professional kicks in. I don't know how to be mad and be unataka nini?
Unatakaje? Hadi kama mbona unasema hey babe, hey. Sema.
Babe my ass. But yeah, so my timeline for sure is 48 hours. And I try as much as possible to have had conversations before I start my week, because it messes up my whole week.
Yeah,
and I dislike that.
Your mood, your attitude,
everything. Mbaya juu at heart niko so maybe. So I try close on them possibly over a weekend, but my timeline is 48 hours. But I intentionally, before having that conversation, get to decompress, because I know I can turn to be a very sassy human being when I'm mad.
And who should call for the let's talk? Whoever.
Me, I call. As in, I call. I'm like, I need us to have a conversation. Like, me, I call, by the way.
What if they're the one who...
It's okay. I actually say it's okay. Yeah, you can have that conversation.
You'd still call?
Yeah.
That's so humble.
Because in any effect, so your discomfort inafanya by default.
Yeah.
I just take up my phone and call. I hate being in discomfort.
That's good. Plans.
Yeah.
But also, there's this thing called stoicism.
What's that?
It's more of like being able to be normal, to stay calm and be normal and focus on every other thing despite what you're going through. It's a character that I built over time. Like, I'd be calm. It's like everything that affects me. It's like I put them. I have like brackets. I put them in a particular brackets that are open next week but one.
No.
So this week I'm just okay. Things are running as if. Then next week I'll open it on Monday and I'll open that chapter. It's like you try to remain calm in situations and in scenarios, no matter the fire that's burning in your life, the craziness that is going on. You just
I think I think that portrays is
it's more like trying to ignore your feelings.
Sijui kuzistoka. I've tried that before. Actually, this year I've intentionally made it a thing.
Or rather, how stock.
Like,
an issue.
Put aside stucky. I don't literally want that. Because when they come back with problems I didn't even have. No, girl.
Yeah.
No. Let me just try as much as possible to handle them. But also, I'm a very professional human being. I think so far. Literally, I know where to draw the line.
Yeah.
My heartbreak is not showing up in my work meeting. Bet me, it ain't. I be smiling like nothing else. So yeah, I literally have that clear line.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, guys, so that's been it from
Yeah.
us. Ask yourself, is it toxicity or is it just a problem? If it's a problem, what are you doing? If
Yeah.
it's toxicity, what are you doing? Ask the people around you, have you been hurting them? What would they like to see better? Just analyze yourself, and then also request for feedback, and be very open to feedback, because for sure they're going to critique you if they are really close friends and truthful and real to you. And accept the critique, work on yourself. At the end of the day, it's making you better as a person and not damaging the people around you. So that is what I will say. But for sure, I've been the drama. I've been the reason something failed in the past, a relationship, that work thing. It failed because of me, and getting to acknowledge that has been very empowering and very peaceful. And I thank God for that.
As we continue to live, we are really trying to create a better, healthy environment for all of us to exist, whether we are in a relationship, in friendship, family, work, name it. We are just trying to ensure that we are in healthy environments, also to have a healthy, good well-being. So just try to work around it, know when you're toxic or when you have a character that needs to be worked on, and do your due diligence. Otherwise, guys, that's it. Thank you so much for tuning in to our episode 3, and we hope you're going to stay tuned and roll with us as we progress with this season. Keep on interacting with us, engaging with us on the comment sections. Follow all our platforms on TikTok, Instagram, and Spotify and YouTube at Girl Spell Podcast. Send us your feedbacks and keep supporting us. Subscribe. Yeah, exactly. Tell us what you think we can record next. We will consider your opinion.
And that's been it. We appreciate you. Once again, don't forget to click on that subscribe button.
Yes.
It motivates us.
Yeah.
It's the reason we keep showing up and having this conversation. It's been real, guys. I hope you have a good time.
Exactly.
I'll say adios.
If you keep supporting us, we are promising better content. Better content. Yeah, so adios. See you on our next episode. Bye.